Okay, so this is Charlie and Paradise, Noah. We're gonna look at y'all's attack. We'll look and go over your defense later. So here, we read the spawn camp really well because they're fucking loud and obnoxious. And let's be real, we knew this was coming because we have a strat for this. And you guys pulled it off really well. But we're going to we're going to use it as an opportunity to kind of elaborate on how we transition a good initial strat into like continued advantage. So we go in, real quick, Larnio. If you're going to jump up this high, use this hard wall right here as cover. For the love of God, you scared me. You also just don't need to be that high up. We don't know what they're running. Apart from like we don't know what flex DPS they're running. Could be a Widow, could be, in this case it's a Mei, but Mei can still fuck you up.
We know they're running Bastion, and Bastion has a lot of firepower and can easily take.
There's also just no reason to use your jump shot there. I just want you in this room, kind of to start.
Yeah.
We all get in the room, we fight well, and then McGregor does a good job here of getting on cart.
So this push is very well done, but it could definitely be done faster. So the second we burn that eye field or they start rotating, we should be moving on the cart.
Now, right? And here's how I think we need to handle this. Earlier on in this fight, like once McGregor starts getting going, really, we have the Bastion. Well, we split up almost into two mini teams. That's the team that stays behind in this little hut, which I think we call a hut because I have no idea what else to call it. Cool, it's hut. Stay there. And then Larnio, that's the wrong color. Larnio tracks will follow McGregor. So basically what we're doing there is we're creating some crossfire coming from this direction and this direction. As the cart rotates from there, we can start moving team 2 this way and have them start wrapping around. And once they wrap around, they spam into this door to keep them out, to keep the other team from exiting quickly and like getting themselves in position to retake the point. Right. It's important that we don't die to the initial spawn camp here. Over here. It's especially crucial we don't die right there. Because if we die right there, they get to go right back to the spawn camp. And that just means they don't have a cart to push. So it just gets really fucking awkward. And we're going to avoid that.
The best way to think about it in the two team sense is like rock climbers. They have the one person go. And then as soon as they're out of position that they're safe, the second person then comes to their position. So Lardio, Trax, and McGregor move forward and clear space. Then Mage, Frosty, and LTO take that space and take the area, and you set up on the Bastion. And then the next position, you keep doing the same. Doing this switch off can make sure that you guys have enough space to actually get a Bastion set up going and put damage down so they don't rotate into you and catch you off guard.
The arrows correspond kind of with team color. I don't know if it should help. I mean that right. But team 1 then rotates to the space where team 2 used to occupy, and then team 3 rotates and they take off angles, right? And they prevent this team.
Yep.
They prevent the enemy from coming out. And then once the cart pushes more down here, team pink and team blue reconverge into one unit again, right? And if we haven't killed them all by now, we're in a really good spot too. They have to come through a choke, through cart to come get us, right? Mage, real quick, put these shields on the ground because when this is on cart, it doesn't matter here because the shield gets obliterated anyways, and we'd all need to be running for our lives. But if you, for example, you have people over here. Which they shouldn't be there, by the way. They should continue to rotate with the cart. I don't know why we're holding off angles. You two are supports. There's a Mercy and a Batiste over there. But it makes it hard for, like, for example, if the Mercy wants to res, if we need to res something fast, if you shield cart, the cover is going to go away, and that's kind of problematic. This Mei here was really obnoxious, and I think in Bastion mirrors, the Bastions have to focus each other, and so it's up to Larnio to kill the other DPS character, or whoever's the non-Bastion, really.
That's a big thing that came in through the rest of this map too, is that whoever is on the flex DPS position, whoever's not on Bastion, needs to be controlling the other people who are in the Bastion setup. Because LTO's job is to take care of the Bastion mirror. Your job is to counter their flex DPS and do something different than the Bastion. Because if you both are shooting or trying to deal with the Bastion, you're either going to hinder each other or just make things easier for them to do. So Lardio, especially in this position, you should be watching the spawn of the Orisa we killed in the first fight and making sure that this Mei can't get in to get any shots on LTO.
And you could also be a little bit closer to the ground, so it's harder. Actually, I don't know. You don't want to be closer to the ground. I'm wrong.
You want to play the buildings, the hard angles.
Yeah, play hard angles if you can, but this is fine, so long as that Bastion isn't moving forward. You just have to be mindful of what that Bastion's doing, because if he catches you for a second, you're fucked. Even if we have the Mercy on you, it's a Mercy, it's not going to be much. Yeah. Yeah, from here, we just get really greedy, and we're not keeping track of respawns. We should have been out of there, but we weren't. And from this point on, we lose this team fight in slow motion, and it's tragic. Sai, just stick with the team here. You're just rocket jumping around because you can rocket jump, and you rocket jump right here. And pause the video right now, and I want you to write a comment and tell me not even a comment. Just like think to yourself, why was this a good play? And if you have a good answer, please let me know, because I don't know. Maybe you're Sebastian God, and that's how you're supposed to play the character. But like pushing on a high ground when you're alone, when your tanks are all on low ground, I don't think that's it.
And because of that, we then have to value resources, push up more, and take longer on this fight. Quick thing on the screen, it's not 100% of the time, but usually 70, 80 to 90% of the time, we should be using screen only when Bastion's alive. And
let's not attach a percentage to it. Just fucking try and save the screen for Bastion, right?
Yeah.
We should just be trying to do that. It's a really good synergy, and Bastion's the entire purpose of this comp. Bastion is the reason why you are Batiste, so you should be using your ability in conjunction with him.
Yeah.
So from here, we're chilling. Now we're like, okay, cool. Let's go main. Oh, nope. Okay, what are we doing now? And we're not really holding W, right? We're just kind of using abilities. And then they get to use ultimates back at us, and we're not really ready. Our team is just super uncoordinated. This is just an uncoordinated fight. And you guys in the future aren't going to do that. I don't mind you two like engaging in this way when you're like here and they're here. Nope. Fuck you up. But we just misplayed it. We move on from this. So here, I like the beginning of this play. We're blue now. We're gonna push out from there soon. There is an Ana here. We identify her. We identify where the important parts of the enemy front line are. The greater part of the team. But like McGregor dies, and I don't think it's his fault right here. We hit a good wall. We're throwing a rock, and Mage just placed his shield, right? Places it now, and then we can't go forward, and we don't want to. And again, this is just like we need to be more decisive as a team so we can help Mage with his shield placement, right? Because if we all say we're going, and we're going, Mage can throw a forward shield, right? But right now, nobody's really. I don't think y'all really said we're going or let's go now. Like, nobody said go. And because nobody said go, he puts a passive shield down. Every team fight we lose because we're just playing super passive, nobody's saying go. And if you see something where we can go, just play the game. Just, just say go. And then everybody, if somebody says go, I guess we go. Fuck it, right?
The way these fights should go is in Bastion comps, there is no you're in a team fight. You're picking at each other. You can literally see the opponent, and then you go.
Well,
You have to say
skirmishes and engagements. It's not like a GOATS team fight, for example.
It's not like a GOATS team fight. Like, you literally sit on corner, you go 3, 2, 1, go.
The concept is the same.
Yeah, no, I mean, just it's a different visual.
Yeah, they know. Comment below if you miss GOATS. Shout out to my dog. Just losing his mind. So now we're gonna flirt around with the idea of getting back on cart. Nope, they're really good. They're set up. They got, look at this sick little crossfire. The first point of JTown is all about crossfires. This entire map is all about crossfires, really, because there's not a lot of cover, right? Compared to other maps, I think JTown offers some of the least amount of cover. It's just they have weird shaped roads on second and third. They often revolve around these big, map. This is the only point on JTown that doesn't revolve around one big central fucking stupid thing.
And the little cover there is, you could see it's very defense sided. Like, they have tiny little bits of cover. Yeah. But that gives angles for the Widow to take. That's perfect for Bastion setup next to a
it's all just empty sightlines, and we just have to be mindful of of how we play sightlines. Because most of the time, I don't know, we just don't respect. We don't respect lines like that, and it's nothing like we don't understand how to play the game. It's just like as a team, we're not really focusing all in the same direction. We're all looking at everything else. So here, Larnio needs to be checking this Widow, right, as best as he can. Whether that's walling her and then pushing her, or whatever it is, right? Because now we're stuck. We're stuck at this point because we can't. We're afraid of getting hit by crossfire. When in reality, we need to be moving. We need to be on our way out of here. It's from to here basically, right? We just keep moving with the cart. We keep moving behind cover. But we don't make that rotation. We place this shield down defensively to hold against the off angle. And then it's their Widow has free reign because then she's holding an off angle, and they can just burn shields through it. And then our off angle shield expires, and then we're just sitting ducks.
So for Sai and Lardio, a big thing is you see in the fight. Exactly, because the wall comes up to block the Bastion after we've used screen and Bastion ult. The wall should be used as a push engage tool. It should not be used to block mid-fight. That's why we should have Lardio. I would recommend you focus your aim onto the Widow. That way, Sai can take out that Bastion, and you can keep the Widow from picking off our backline. Another thing is mage with your shield usage. When you're playing Orisa in this comp, you should look at it more as you need to push forward to make the aggressive positioning
walk the
for
dog.
Sai
Don't
to use.
the dog's not gonna walk you. You gotta fucking walk the dog. The
Use your
push out in front
shield
of you a little bit. That's fine, but you gotta draw the line. Hey, you're not moving this far away from me. Hey, we're moving now.
You turn gold. You get that damage reduction. You put forward, throw that shield, and Sai sets up into it.
Yep. You gotta be the driving force behind. You need to be the forward momentum and the driving force. You will get the heals. When you go to push, everybody's on you. Believe you me, we're not gonna let you die. You just gotta go. No fear, Shakespeare. Just get in there. But yeah, we lose this team fight in heartbreaking fashion. They have more ultimates than us, first of all, so good game.
And just for example, for Mage, you see put this passive shield up, Sai doesn't get a good angle, and he has to move out of the shield to get an angle on the enemies.
Well, that's not why. Well, he has to move up anyways, but...
Yeah.
But, nobody's on the off angle, nobody's shooting the cross angle, so, we're just fucked here, right? Somebody has to deal with the off angle. We can't ignore the off angle. But it is Larnio's job to deal with the off angle for now, when we're in this configuration with Sai on Bastion. And then McGregor can also help by shielding for the off angle, but Mage, you have to talk with your tanks, and you have to consistently shield forward. Because right now, McGregor's the only tank who wants to go forward, and has been and you can see that reflective in how he's moving in all of these engagements. He's out. He's trying to move, but because you're not moving, he's in his head, he's just okay, fuck it. I guess I have to do it then, right? And that's not a knock against you. That's not. he's not doing that because he's like Mage sucks. He's just doing that because he needs to go, right? And he knows, like, when you don't know what to do, it feels like everybody hates you. When in reality, you're just not on the same page, and that's fine. Your play. There's nothing mechanically wrong with your play. It's all mental right now. You're in your own head. Just go play Orisa. You know. Just go play Orisa. And then Larnio, go play Mei and fuck this idiot up. Burns wasn't better than you. Larnio was. I think you were probably. They messaged me after the scrims. They said you were good. Your mechanics are fine. You're just not like. You're not playing the game. You know.
My favorite quote was, I know it's gonna be a little weird, but when we did Route 66, Frosty said, "Larnio, you just go fucking engage them and do your thing." And we then won 2 points because Larnio pushed their backline and killed their Pharah somehow, and then killed their tanks. Like, you just need to play your game. We can't just overthink everything and then play how they want us to play. Just play your game.
So this has been offense. Hopefully we cleared some stuff up. We'll try and keep these videos short in the future. Defense of JTown coming soon, unless Thursday maps are better. Peace.
See ya.